mid-spring air is filled with lively scents. Under the early morning lights, tiny critters race across the castle gardens. My recent days have been spent on delicate matters. With my reign established, I've been eager to secure the next generation. Many of my coven have been waiting in anticipation for this move. Even the people have begun to speak out. The matter at hand? Breeding. Possibly the most important thing for any strong coven wanting to solidify their place. After much consideration, I decided Lady Sol would be given the honor of continuing our noble Ranarain line. She may have been a little caught off guard. Traditionally, the broodmother has bred first, and then the champion. But Rowan has made herself clear. She does not wish to bear spawn of her own. The Cavador line ends with her. Some might think it tragic, but she seems delighted. A small rebellion on her part, perhaps. It doesn't bother me. So long as she does her duty at the creature cradle, she does her ancestors proud. After my discussion with Sol, I needed to decide on the male she would breed with, a highly contested subject. Everyone has their own opinion on who would make a better candidate. Even for men, bloodlines speak. To make things easier, I consulted my scholar, Lady Oriana, youngest of the coven, but wise. She mentioned her uncle, Arnold Devilzar, spawn of the Great Morgana and related to the Cavadors. I couldn't help but agree. A daughter between he and Sol would unite 3 bloodlines. She would also be cousin to Oriana. And, just like that, our champion's mate was chosen. I think Sol warmed up to the idea towards the end. With a letter encrusted with my royal seal, she left the castle and set out for Arnold's estate. Warm beams of spring rain presaged her arrival. Sprouting from a lush garden, the Devilzar estate stood on pearlescent columns. The climb up must have been anxious, arms stiff, palms sweating, not because of the male. No, of course not. It was the desire to conceive that brought fear, doubt, even for someone like Sol Ranarain. Arnold, at least, was presentable, if not a little nervous, understandably, in my opinion. He was hosting one of the most beautiful vampiresses in the entire queendom, a lady in his estate. I'm sure he was smitten. He wouldn't be the right kind of vampire if it weren't so. For generations my house has reigned, and always we have remained irresistible to the common vampire. I'm not going to lie, I have some concerns. Arnold's blood is tainted, his eyes are dull and his ears are round. We all know how important purity is to the coven. Sharp ears, glowing eyes, these things give prestige. A fact Arnold's devil grandmother knew well. Regardless, he gave himself to Sol, to the champion. She warmed his bed for one morning, and he gave her a path to continue her bloodline, a true day of womaning. I wonder what changes this child will bring in all of us. Will it stand for honor and courage? Or will it be a coward like its father, physically incompetent, barely skimming the bottom of the army's ranks? Whatever the future, it has been conceived. Now time will tell the tale of this vampire.